Hey guys, it's Superstar0717. I just thought I'd go ahead and show you guys my side deck. I've been playing plenty of matches with it, kind of ironing it out and trying to get the best 15 for the current meta. So we're going to go ahead and start with 2 Torpor Orbs. Torpor Orb is an excellent card. It neuters the birthing pod matchup because a lot of their cards do enter the battlefield with certain effects. It slows down the green wolf ramp deck, somewhat slows down mono black infect, but I wouldn't side it against that matchup. I mean, it's just really good. There's plenty of enter the battlefield effects that are annoying, such as Phantasmal Image or Phyrexian Metamorph, and so Torpor Orb definitely shuts those down. And it's an excellent card. It's just two mana, and so if you open up with it, it's pretty good. Like I said, it just kills the birthing pod matchup, and it slows down the wolf ramp with their Sun Titans and things like that. So 2 Torpor Orbs, pretty good. Up next, I'm running 2 Naturalize. There's a lot of really good artifacts and enchantments. You have your Tempered Steel, you have your Birthing Pod, you have your swords, your O-rings, things like that. Your Arrest. I guess we have like the random tech Arrest. So Naturalize gets rid of those. There are enough enchantments in the format to make this relevant, in my opinion, and they're also going to side in their enchantments and artifacts against you anyways, so Naturalize is pretty good. Gets rid of those big threats before they can become annoying, like swords and things like that. So I run 2 Naturalize. Up next, 2 Ambush Viper. There's a lot of cards in this meta that snowball really fast. An example of that would be Stormkirk Noble or Champion of the Parish, and Ambush Viper does a pretty good job of taking care of those. Especially when your opponent drops them on turn 1, they can usually have them up to like a 4/4 or 5/5, turn 3 or turn 4, and that's out of reach of most of your burn spells. So 2 Ambush Viper is pretty good for those decks that like to snowball cards on you. It's an excellent card, puts in a lot of work in the deck, and the flash makes it extremely good. You can just have this in hand, pass, and then transform. Your opponent attacks you, flash in an Ambush Viper, and kill their guy. Pretty good. Up next, 2 Mana Barbs. Mana Barb is such a good card because there's a lot of mana ramp going on in the format. So once Mana Barb's on the field, if you have a pretty good field set up and some backup plans, it's going to win you the game. Wolf Ramp isn't going to want to tap, X amount of mana for Kessig Wolf Run. They're not going to want to do that, one, and because they're taking 1 damage for each land, and it really, really hurts humans, like a lot more than you would think, our green-white tokens, because they're tapping, I believe it's 4 mana just for Galvanic Township alone, and tapping that 4 mana for 4 life. That's 1/5 of their life, just to give their creatures +1. Elspeth also, they have to pay that life. Other cards like Bladehold, they really need to drop, stuff like that. And so a lot of their stuff is kind of high on their curve, and so playing this early, when if you have it turn 4, it's an amazing card. Drop it, and then they're not going to be able to really effectively drop threats, because they're always going to be worried about, what is this 4 life worth the +1/1, and for them a lot of times it will be, so it puts you in range for your 1-hit shots with your wolves. So 2 Mana Barbs. Also against control, it puts in a lot of work. They're not going to want to tap for Consecrated Sphinx, things like that. It's just an excellent card, and paying the flashback of a lot of their spells is going to hurt them a lot, so they're going to have to, I guess you would say, think twice about playing those Think Twices. Up next, 2 Arc Trails. Arc Trail is really good against the human matchup. It's really good against those random vampire decks. Extremely broken against Phyrexian stuff. I like it because it gets rid of those Phantasmal Image plays, so the Sun Titan into Phantasmal Image into Phantasmal Image play gets screwed over by this, because you can just basically pop 2 Sun Titans with this. And it puts in a lot of work. It's won me a couple games as well, so definitely an excellent card for the sideboard. 2 Slagstorm. This card is just amazing. Against tokens, they like to, they'll usually have like 1 Anthem effect, maybe 2 Anthem effects at most at once. And if they haven't gotten their Galvanic Township yet, they'll let you just blow up their entire board and proceed to win the game. It screws over humans, screws over a bunch of stuff. This is an excellent card. It's probably one of my favorite cards of the sideboard, just because it just nukes everything. And it does hurt you as well, but the damage that you're doing to them is a lot worse, because usually you have werewolves in hand that you're going to drop later. So 2 Slagstorm puts in a lot of work in this deck, and definitely has earned a spot in the sideboard. And the last cards, I run 3 Ancient Grudge. I really want to run 4, but there's just enough enchantments in the format not for me not to run 4. Every game that you sideboard this in, it just puts in so much work, like against mono black Infact, against, you know, oh my god, there's just so many things. Like, they're gonna side in their artifacts, and so you side this in, blow up their artifacts, blows up Birthing Pod, rapes Tempered Steel. Flashback is extremely cheap. You're basically playing 1 red, 1 green, and 1 colorless to blow up 2 artifacts. Hey, Wormcoil, I'm gonna blow up the Wormcoil and then blow up the Death Touch token and leave you with a 3/3 lifelink that's extremely easy to deal with. So Ancient Grudge is probably my favorite card in the sideboard, and that's why I'm running 3 of. You'll see that I don't run FMR anymore. It's a good card, but it was too slow for me, and it was more often than not too late. I did cut it down to 1 before I cut it down to 0, and it actually did win me a game at 1, but it was just like an extremely random scenario where that happened. So real quick, let me just go through everything. 3 Ancient Grudge, 2 Slagstorm, 2 Arc Trail, 2 Mana Barbs, 2 Ambush Viper, 2 Naturalize, and 2 Torpor Orbs. Just a random side note, I had somebody ask me before, these are the KMC Reds. They don't show through for the Werewolf cards, but the KMC White sleeves do show through for the double face cards. So if you have KMC White sleeves, or if you're planning on buying them, they will show through, and I don't know if that's illegal or not. I don't know the ruling on that for tournament play, but just know that the colored sleeves for these do not show through, whereas the white ones do. Sorry about that, I just had to put that in because there was actually 2 or 3 people asking me. So yeah, guys, that's the sideboard right now. It's 15 cards. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see another deck tech or what you guys want to see, and give me your opinions on the sideboard or any other cards you think that I'm missing that should be put in there, and your reason why. I'd really appreciate that. So thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.